Hey, lovely people. It is L/L Uncandid. And I'm kind of pushing through some insecurity right now, but I'm just going to make the video and call it a day. It has been 30 days since I've started Zoloft/Sertraline, and I want to let you guys know all about it. So here we go. A month ago on August 29th, I went to my primary care physician for the first time. Like I just, got that doctor. I just signed up with that doctor. And after some evaluation and testing, the doctor and my therapist and I kind of came to the general consensus that I'm experiencing I guess depression. And so after years and years and years of struggling with depression and anxiety, I decided, hey, maybe I should take medication. I've been depressed. I've been experiencing depression since maybe 12 years old, but I didn't start having anxiety until maybe my senior year of high school, and it kind of affected me throughout college. And it got really bad. I'd say my sophomore and junior year is when I started getting panic attacks, having severe anxiety. And it was just really hard to cope because I thought I was crazy. I didn't know that this was actually a medical thing. I didn't know it was an imbalance in my brain. I do have PCOS, and so that kind of contributed to the depressive mood as well. But, after just years of trying to do it on my own, I figured it is time to maybe take some medication, maybe try something. And let me just kind of pull up my notes really quick. Oh. So I don't have notes. The notes are on this phone, but we're gonna try our best. So my doctor started me on 25 milligrams for 1 week, and then bumped it up to 50 milligrams for the remainder of the month. And we're all done. We're all done with the Zoloft/Sertraline. We're all done with that for that first month. And it's been an interesting ride with the Sertraline. And I'm also upping my dose as well. So now I'm doing going from 50 to 100 milligrams. And so I'm definitely hopeful as to what the results are going to be. Today is actually my first day of taking 100 milligrams. And so I'm excited, So some of the things that I've been experiencing this first month on the 25, then 50 milligrams, for one, there were a couple of days over this past month where I had really low points. I believe it was maybe 2 Saturdays ago that I cried for 4 hours straight, 4 or 5 hours. And it was really rough. It was really rough for me. I was super anxious that day, and I continued crying for maybe a day or two more. It wasn't as extreme as it was on that Saturday, but just to keep note, I did kind of experience some emotional lows on this first month of taking Zoloft, which is expected. Doctors, therapists, psychiatrists say that, hey, that first month of Zoloft can be really difficult. So I'm actually really proud of myself for pushing through and not saying F this. I'm really just desperate. I'm just really desperate to live a life free from depression and anxiety, And so that was one thing. I felt really low a couple of times, and I also have been experiencing feeling really tired. And I don't know if that's just the depression itself or if that's actually the Zoloft, but I do notice that I'm a lot more tired than usual. But what I will say is that through me being honest and being unable to hide my like feelings anymore and kind of push them down like I've been doing for a very long time, the people around me have been seeing me, and they've been seeing me, you know, in my weakness. They've been seeing me in my mental health issues. They've been seeing me crying, and they've been really supportive, and they've really, you know, me just opening up and being more vulnerable with the people in my life about how I feel and what I've been going through. It makes me realize that, you know, not everybody hates me. Everybody's not mad at me. Like, the people in my life actually really care about me and love me. So I'm really thankful that even though I was kind of having those low points with the Zoloft, the people in my life kind of still showed me like, hey, we care about you and we love you. Another thing I've noticed is the dreams that I've been having. Like, I knew that dreams were something that people said to look out for while taking Zoloft. And I had my first nightmare, I'd say 2 days ago. Like, I was attacked by a ghost in my dream, and it kind of jolted me out of my sleep, and it was really scary, you know? But the dreams are very vivid. They're not like, you're not gonna have constant nightmares. That's not what it is. But the dreams they're very vivid. Like, it's almost like you're there, but you're not there. It's weird. But I would just say to be mindful of the dreams and don't be dissuaded. I take my Zoloft around between 9 and 11 a.m. every day. I do not take it at night. And I might experiment one of these days or for a few days taking it at night, because I don't want to be sleepy during the day, you know? Like, I don't want to be tired and literally laying in bed all day. So that's one thing. And yeah, I'm really excited. Like, it's been a month, and they say usually it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for you to start feeling the effects. And so in terms of side effects that I experienced, I did have some days where I had like crazy migraines, but you know, some Tylenol, and that was pretty much good to go. Nausea, but not extremely. Like, the side effects are really minimal. Like, what I can say is that most of the side effects that I had were like emotional, like crying, and just feeling kind of sad, you know, but nothing like crazy that I couldn't handle. So I'm very glad about that. Excuse me. I did have some moments where I kind of would feel myself reassociating with myself again. Like moments of, oh, here I am in the present, like coming out of disassociation. And I feel in terms of how I feel, some days I still feel depressed, I'm not gonna lie. But again, I'm still within that first couple of weeks where, you know, you're not gonna see the effects like right away. But I will say I'm just a little more open. Like, I went on a walk with my mom the other night. And that was new for me. Like, it's not something I do like often, you know? So I'm very glad about that. I've had the courage to set boundaries with people and like speak up my needs. Like, for example, you know, someone at my church, we were discussing, and that's funny because I actually had to tell my minister, because I was singing on the praise team, but I had to tell my minister, hey, I need to step back. I cannot fulfill my duties on the praise team. And I haven't been able to, but it's like, I need to take care of my mental health. Like, I felt like I was overextending myself and just really not taking care of myself. And so I'm taking kind of like a step back away from praise team and going to church, just doing, and not really feeling and enjoying. And I know that that's something that people with depression oftentimes feel like they're constantly on the verge of crying, which was me, just breaking down crying at any point. Having negative thoughts, isolating themselves, not wanting to be seen, and struggling with their self-esteem. And those are just some of the things that I've been kind of battling through. But I know that God has his plans for me to prosper me and not to harm me, but to give me hope and a future, right? And so I am very hopeful. I've been reading through a lot of reviews online, drug.com. I don't know if I can say that on here, but Reddit is very helpful, the Reddit community. People just giving their, I don't want to read, I've been trying to avoid negative comments and negative reviews about Zoloft, because not everything works for everyone. And so it's just, I look and I'm constantly going through the reviews for hope, to kind of keep going. And I'm really excited because I'm 23 and I want to know what life without depression feels like. And I am going to know what life without depression feels like. And I'm actually just in a place where I really want to love myself, like love me, love me for me. And one other thing is I actually pushed through some fears and worries of mine, because I was thinking, I always wanted to get a nose piercing, and for whatever reason, hearing my mom's voice in my head, like, no one's gonna hire you with a nose ring, so. And it's kind of stopped me, but I pushed through. Like last week, I think Wednesday, I pushed through. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I did it, and I felt so good about it. And I actually really love it. And it's reminding me that, I'm beautiful. Like, I'm beautiful with or without a nose ring. But in the past, not in the past, but yeah, in the past, I got bullied on my appearance and my looks. And so I based a lot of my worth and value on what I look like. And that's really not the case. I don't want to be valued. I don't want to value myself only based on what I look like. And I was looking in the mirror the other day and I'm like, wow, I'm pretty. Like, I look really good. And it just kind of shows me how much I've been struggling with my self-esteem and how I view myself. So that's something that my therapist and I are working on. That's something I'm working on personally. Right now I'm doing cognitive behavioral therapy. And I'm in the first 2 weeks. So in long term, I'm really excited because I deserve to live a great life. Some days I feel bad about the time that I've maybe wasted, just feeling down and out or down in the dumps, but I don't want to feel guilty about it. Life happens, and I'm grateful for all the wonderful and glorious experiences that I've had in the past. And I'm in this place now. I don't want this to just be a transition period. I just want to enjoy my youth, enjoy my life. So many times I'm like, and I do think I have OCD sometimes, I'm obsessively thinking about the future and the past and, thinking everything through before I actually do it, which leads to just, nothing getting done. And so again, I am excited. I am excited to see what bumping up my dosage from 50 milligrams to 100 milligrams is going to do. I think my body's adjusted pretty well to the Zoloft. And I just want you guys to know, it's not that bad, Yes, some days you'll feel like shit, but let's face it, you already feel like shit now. So it's I would rather feel like shit knowing that the shittiness is only temporary than, just a never-ending cycle of feeling shitty. I would definitely say talk to your therapist, your psychiatrist, your doctor, talk to your family and friends. your mental health, and I'm really learning that my mental health, because I hadn't been taking care of my mental health. I thought I was, but I wasn't, you know? And a part of taking care of your mental health is sometimes taking medication, and that is okay. Like, if your leg is broken, your doctor's gonna put a cast on it, you know? They're not gonna just be like, well, tough it out. You gotta, you know, you just gotta think it out, think it away. If your liver's failing, your doctor is going to help you to get that back in order and in control. So it's no different when your brain is a little imbalanced, or you're, you know, if you've experienced traumatic things, PTSD, complex PTSD, narcissistic abuse, bullying, whatever, you know. When you've gone through those things, it can be hard to have that positive outlook like people think that you should. And so I definitely would recommend taking Zoloft, even if it's just to see what happens. You know, you can always come off if you don't like it. But for now, I think that this is something that I'm going to be, you know, taking for as long as I need it. You know, this is my first time being on SSRIs. And I think, what is that? Serotonin reuptake inhibitor. I forgot what the second S was for, but 50 milligrams is done. We're going on 30 days of 100 milligrams. So within this time, I'll come back, maybe, you know, do like a midway video, or like a midway kind of update on how it's going. But you're not alone, I'm not alone, and we're in this together. So yeah, that's my first month on Zoloft. It's definitely a process, it's definitely a journey, but journal, take some time for yourself, you know, honor where you are right now. Like, it's okay to take a break from everything that you feel like you have to juggle. It's okay, you know? So maybe one day I'll do maybe like a 200. Well, it depends. I really hope that 100 milligrams works for me, but yeah, I'm trusting that 100 milligrams will work for me. And if need be, I will continue to up my dose until I feel and have the desired results. So with that being said, this is Elle Unfiltered, and yeah, see you later.